Okay, I'm not really too sure what I'm gonna do with me and these soundbite things. I don't know if they're gonna become a podcast. I don't know if they're gonna become TikToks. I'm not too sure, but okay, so spoiler alert, it's gonna become a podcast or something like that of the sort. But I don't know what my upload schedule's gonna be, so the next one might be coming out in 20 years. You never know. For now, I'm literally just gonna speak into the microphone and hope for the best, because I did quite enjoy doing it yesterday. I felt quite relaxed by it, and honestly, if it turns into a thing, I don't want it to be something that I'm doing consistently weekly or something like that, and then feel forced to do it and then feel pressured and then not do it anymore. I'd rather just speak when I want, and then whoever listens at the end of the day. I'm not really too bothered with the whole upload schedule thing. As you can tell, I haven't uploaded in months because I actually have to focus on school. Like right now it's crunch time, and it's even low-key paining me that I'm sitting here recording this thing when I could have an article up, or I could bloody be doing my coursework. But we're not going to talk about coursework because coursework is chopping me. I'm going to flop. But no, stuff like I can never flop. My God never flops. I can never flop. God forbid. Flopping is not in my vocabulary. It will never happen. Anyways, like, you should be able to tell by the title or by the picture that is displayed. More Chaos is meant to drop either tonight or tomorrow. It already dropped. I haven't listened to it. I need to go listen to it today. Everyone's saying their girls dropped. I don't know if my girl dropped. If my girl didn't drop, I don't want to listen to it. And me, I'm excited. The one reason I'm excited is because that means more tour. And I think that's maybe the only reason I'm excited, other than that one song. Only thing I fear is you breaking my heart.
Only thing I fear is you breaking my heart. I knew you wasn't the one from the start.
From the start. That is the one song that I want. If he doesn't have it, then I can't lie, forget it. I'm not really bothered. No, I'm bothered because I want to see Ken drop more. I want to see what else is in his discography. Like, I want to see what he has in his bag. I want to see what he has in his vault. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say I want to see him be more versatile, but I want to see exploration. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to see if he has a little more weapons in his arsenal. Is that the right way to say it? I mean, you didn't say it correctly, but go off, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, no, back to it, yeah. I'm excited because tour, and last time I went to see Ken Carson for my 18th birthday on the 16th of September with a couple of my friends. It was my birthday gift, but it wasn't on my birthday, it was on the 16th. And what I will say is that it was an experience. It was an experience, and it shaped the way I view concerts. In 2022, I went to Wireless, and that was fun. It was more relaxed, more chill, but the crowds were big, and there was moshing, but there was not a culture around moshing in Wireless. It was, you open the pit, you know what I mean, everybody's going in the middle doing their little dance, and then when the song drops, boom, the pit closes. You know what I mean? Regular standard things. There were crowds and people would fall over, but there was not trampling. There was not the rumbling, literally uprising in the crowds. My hair never got pulled out. My hair never slipped. In Wireless, that did not happen at all. And I even wore a drawstring ponytail, which I don't know why I did that for Wireless, because you know dang well that thing was going to come out my head. But it didn't, surprisingly. Now, onto the Chaos tour, onto the Ken Carson thing. I came out with bruises, straight bruises. My body was in pain for days. And I went 2 days before my birthday. The day after, I was sick on my birthday too. Everybody that went, because I went to the Birmingham one, everybody that went came out with the Ken Carson sickness. I was just ill I feel like I was just ill for the rest of the year. It was insane the way my immune system was lowered just from that one concert. But I feel like it's because we were in such close proximity with a big amount of people. Because even Wireless, there was room to breathe, room to put your leg if you want to put your leg, room to stretch your arm if you want to stretch your arm. Ken Carson, there was no room for doing that. Especially if you were short or female. Finished. I can't lie. Ken Carson is for 5'5" and above. I would say, me personally, 5'5" and above. As a 5'2", 5'3" female, as a, like, like me, I take up room when I step in. Do you know what I mean? I take up space. So with me, left with me, I was suffering. I remember at one point I had somebody behind me. I looked up to the sky. The lights were on red, red, red. I'm like, I looked up to the sky. I seen the fog everywhere, collecting, swarming. I'm like, God, is this how I die? Is this how I finish? I'm here, my head is up, I'm trying to gasp for air. I'm trying to intake it. Because around the surface, the bottom, there was no fresh air, no clean air. I'm here up, rising my head, stretching like one giraffe. Trying to collect fresh air. No. No, it was musty, it was hot, it was humid. Absolutely not. No. But in Wireless and Ken Carson alike, like both of them, there were people passing out water, like little cups of water, ice cold water, cool water, so you can drink. And like everybody was trying to help each other out. Like, oh my God, pass them the water, pass so and so the water. It was quite good. Like, it was nice. But unfortunately, some people are heavy-handed. Some people don't know how to slow down. Some people don't know how to guide the water properly. Can you imagine? Me, I had bust down red lace front. It was melted, it was banging. Wow. Because I wanted to get my birthday pictures for Ken Carson, and I did, but that was before the show. I was quite happy. I was very happy indeed, actually. The way I looked, I was like, oh yeah, I ate this up. But when we're in the crowd, one person was carrying water. Boom! The water went on my head, spilled all over my lace. I'm looking at my man. I'm like, excuse me, how? I didn't say how dare you, but I was just like, oh my days, why would you do that? Because now my leg's gonna be like, it's gonna be slipping and sliding. And then no, he said sorry, and then I felt bad. It's like, ah, like, it's okay. I know he didn't mean it. It was an accident. Things happen, whatever. Then number two came. Now he went to go past water again. Water now coming down, falling onto my top. Inside my chest, because I had like a not open cut, but it was a bit of a low cut top. It was a long sleeve top. Don't do that, by the way. You will sweat, and no jeans, you will sweat too. But it went down in where my underclothes was. The water entered, bam, straight on my chest. I'm like, really? I was like, oh my days, like literally just spilled that all over my boobs. And they was like, no, I'm sorry. Like, I felt bad again, because obviously it might have been an accident. But by then I was looking like, you know how to hold a cup of water. Why is it going in the area? Why is it going in places that water should not be? I was just irate. But then, like, I can't lie, it dried quick because it was hot inside the place, so I couldn't even get mad. Like, I couldn't get mad at all. But that was the thing that kind of annoyed me the most about the night. Another thing that annoyed me is I made the stupid mistake of wearing the lace front. As I was saying before, jet red lace front coming down. It was beautiful. Wow, gorgeous thing. A girl that I met in the crowd, and I still follow her on Instagram today, guys, twin them. She said, girl, you better tie that hair up because you know your hair is going to get knotted. I was like, oh. So I did as I was told. People are giving me recommendations. People are giving me advice. I took it. I'm not hard-headed. I took the advice. So I've now seen, I've got a hairband on my wrist because I was prepared, I was prepared for anything. So I took the hairband. I tied it up. All of my hair is now tied up in a messy bun. Biggest mistake of my life. From the sweat, from the humidity, from the heat in the room, plus the water that spilled on my lace, I felt at one point my lace was literally on my hairline. I had starter locks. Did I? Yes, I did. I had starter locks on my hair. As I raised the camera, I'm seeing one black hair come out. I have to pull the lace back. And I was even offended that nobody told me, oh girl, your lace is showing. Or be like, oh, point to my head. I'm seeing people of colour around me. People of colour were at the event. Nobody wanted to tell me, sister, your lace is showing. Bring it down small. Bring it small. or get melt band or something. Because I had melt band in my bag for that purpose. Sister, get the melt band, put it just there so you can hide your head. Nobody told me. So my star lock was just out. It was just flying. I was so offended. I was like, oh my God, nobody wanted to tell me. How rude. And as I was fixing my hair, I hear, my neighbor Coco.
If my neighbor Coco poster, I go cuckoo. She said she feel the same way about me.
So you want to play Mewtwo as I'm going to fix my hair? Because I'd even put my phone in my bag. At that point, I was like, no, it's fine. So at that point, I just gave up because no, you wanted to play Mewtwo so people can be jumping whilst I'm trying to adjust my hair. No. And it's nice because like people that are kind of into the underground thing in the UK, we all have either seen each other at concerts or my friend saw you at a concert, so I know you from them because they said this, so I'm gonna follow you. That's literally what's happened to me so many times. I feel like that's literally how the concert scene works, and it's kind of cool. Like, it just made me feel like, oh my gosh, like, you're mutuals with these people, let me join the clan. I went with one of my friends, and then another one of my friends said that she was gonna meet us there. So me and him went, and then my other friend now came and joined us in the front of the queue because there was no way she was going to wait that long line. I'm so sorry, that was not going to happen. And I met another group of my friends that came separately, but we all kind of congregated at the front somehow. And hey, front of concerts, even the barriers, you'll get bruises on your belly. You need to be careful. And you also need to find your feet, wear comfortable footwear, and even the water that collected at the end. I wore fur boots, they were soaked at the end. Just sweat and humidity and ew. But no, honestly, I miss it. I miss Ken concerts so bad because it was so violent and so vibrant. And when Ken said stay the F home, he meant it. Because me and my friend were both sat on the chair, we're like, oh no, we understand why Ken said it. And we were like, oh my gosh, like, why did we do this? Like, feeling like the pain of like 1,000 people slamming into you. We were actually feeling not the regret, but the regret, the post concert clarity, let's call it that. Yeah. And then like afterwards, like a week afterwards, not even a week, but maybe a couple of days afterwards, we were like, I want to do it again. Like, we were mourning, we were grieving, we're like, oh, when's the next one? I want to go again. And I want to go again. So, Ken, please go to the UK. When he drops the dates, when he drops the lineup of where he's going, please, I don't want to be seeing Minneapolis, Tennessee, this, that, without seeing UK. I want to see at least 4 UK dates. Last time, I think there was Manchester, London, Birmingham. I want to see Manchester, Birmingham, London. That's what I'm hoping for. Because if there's no Birmingham one this time, I think I might just cry. In fact, I'll go to the London one. I'll go. Because I'm not missing out on it again. Like, that was the experience of a lifetime. I came out with battle scars, with bruises. I came out with a video, 3 videos of my wig lifting afterwards. And my eyelashes gone. I came out with a video of 1 eyelash on, 1 eyelash off. All of my birthday nails popped. Despite all of that trauma and trouble and absolute just mayhem, I want to go again. It was fun meeting people. It was fun vibing with people in the crowd. It was fun making those bonds. And even meeting those people that you didn't get the socials of and you're probably never going to see again. Like, that's a moment and then it sticks with you. Those are the things that you can tell your kids and they'll be like, oh my gosh, you're so cool. You went to concerts when you're younger. Like, oh my God. Like, I don't know why I switched my accent to be an American one. But my friend ended up going to after party because we were not 18 yet. So we could not go. And she ended up going, having the time of her life, it seems. Yeah. So we ended up just going home. And I was like, nah, even if I was 18, I probably wouldn't go to the after party anyways. Because I was too tired. I was shattered. I was bruised. My feet were hurting. Everything was just no. And I was like, no. My wig is even messed up. How am I gonna go at AAP and then my hair is like literally looking like Cynthia from Rugrats? It was not gonna happen. And I had no lashes, no nothing. No, it was not gonna happen. But this time, me there. I'm telling you, this time I will be there after party, after event, this, that. I'm there. I must be there. I don't care. This time I have to go. From the morning, the preparation, then going on a train, waiting in line for a long time. Because I want to be at the front. This time I must be at the front. Ken Carson must be lip syncing with me. Must be going bar for bar, back to back. You know what I'm saying? Has to happen. You know? And plus, if I'm in the middle of the crowd, or even towards the front of the crowd, like not on the front row but towards the front, I won't be able to see anything, because when I was there I didn't even see one lock, I didn't even get to see one eyebrow, I didn't even get to see one fingertip. It's because it's the height. But I wouldn't say wear anything that provides a platform, because your foot will break. That's a silly idea to do. Your foot will break. And then when people are jumping and when people are doing open the pit, you can't move back because you're wearing platform shoes. Do not wear no kind of platform shoes to Ken Carson, because you will break up your foot. The crazy thing was in the start when the DJ is doing music, or even before the DJ is doing music, the lights have just come on. People are going, whoa, whoa. Just because the light have come on, okay, cool, that's fine. Something has happened. You want to make it exciting, cool. People are saying, open the pit, open the pit. No music is playing. To me, that's ridiculous. No music is playing. Not even sound bites. The DJ hasn't even put his foot in the arena. You people are saying, open the pit. They're pushing. Wow. The circle is open. We're all looking like, what do you mean, open the pit? Why are you opening the pit when there's no music to mosh to? Don't make any kind of sense. And people opened it, and then people would be jumping in the middle. I'm like, what? Excuse me? How can you mosh to nothing? Like, moshing to different kinds of music. Okay, fair enough. At least there's background music, there's audio. You're moshing to no sound. Why? Just to create chaos. Just to create, well, obviously it's chaos too, but like, that was not funny. Sorry, I'll never do that again. But why? That was a silly thing. That was a very, very silly thing. But no, as well, the DJ set was quite good. Like, he was playing like Lil Uzi, he was playing Carti, and it was quite enjoyable. Like, if anything, that was kind of not the highlight. To me, it was a bit of a highlight, because when Ken came out, the intensity started, and if you're not jumping with the people, then you won't be able to breathe. Honestly, I feel like the DJ set was one of like my favorite bits, and I actually got to take some snaps in there and enjoy myself, because the music was coming out. I was trying to vibe, you know, I was actually having fun. But when Ken came out, that's when, like, you know what I mean, hardcore, I'm going go, like, you know, everybody was jumping, everybody was trying to create as much palaver as possible, and it was just like stressful. And then the DJ set was not as stressful, because he was playing songs like more chill songs, like a long time. He played I think it was by Travis and Lil Uzi. That was really good, because it was vibey, but nobody was like doing drum, drum. You know, they were just nodding their heads nicely, and it was a vibe. That was one thing that stuck with me of that night. In conclusion, Mr. Ken Carson, please return yourself back to the UK, because it's needed. But please, guys, don't run out the tickets, because I need to accumulate the funds to then, you know what I mean? And I need to accumulate the funds for the fit. Like, you know, it takes a lot of hustle to go to these concerts, because I'm not going to a concert looking for me. I'm so sorry. One thing about me, if I don't have a fit to go to a concert, I'm not going. One thing about me. A lot of times when I say, oh, I'm not going to a concert, it's probably not because I can't go. It's because I don't have a fit. Or I don't want to buy a whole new outfit for something that, like, not for somebody I don't really want to see, because if it's someone I don't want to see, I just won't go, and I won't entertain the fact. But sometimes you don't want to buy a whole new schema. You don't want to buy a whole new platform. You just want to use what you have. But please come to the UK, whether it's in September, October, November, December, whether it's in summer. Please don't make it in August. Please don't do it in August. Please don't do it in August. But just return, because I need it for my soul. I need it for my spirit. I need to now be jumping in the crowd again. Even though I don't have the knee strap to jump, I'll just be there nodding my head. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be trying to jump, but you have to time your jumps. You can't be jumping 1 millisecond before the rest of the crowd jumps, before somebody uprises you, and then just you'll finish. In fact, that's also the end of this thing, because I'm now waffling. But this was literally just a ramble. This was not meant to be structured in any way. I didn't really write anything down. I just went off of what was going on in my head and how I wanted to say things. Because if I start to write it down, I'll sound robotic and I'll sound not like as casual as I want to be. I'll sound like an office worker, and I really don't want to sound like that if I'm making something for me to express myself in and something for me to be free in. This one might be the actual one that I release, possibly. But if you're hearing this now and it's dropped, so yeah. I started feeling like, not judged, but I started feeling like my content was becoming not what I want to do, but what I thought people wanted to see, which is silly, because people want to see what you want to do. People want to see what you're passionate in, and then if they like it, they like it, and they'll gravitate towards it. And if they don't, then you're just not their person, and that's cool. I think I just need to like focus on what I want to do, and then like branch off, and then start thinking about, oh, what do people want to see? I want to focus on what I want to make instead of what people want to see, or what I feel people would be most interested in, you know. But yeah, that's the end. I'm yapping again. That's the end. Follow my socials and thing, you know. I've put them on the screen, probably. They should be on the screen, or they'll be on the screen in a bit. But I hope you enjoyed my yap and my silly accent. If it gets dropped, it gets dropped. If it don't get dropped, oh well. This was kind of fun to just experiment with different forms of media. So, enjoy your life. Good night, even though it's not night. Good night. Also, guys, song of the moment is probably going to be my outro every week. So, it's not going to be song of the week because I'm not going to upload weekly, but song of the moment. Let's go.
Said I'd change, it depends. You said I couldn't pretend. Told me that I couldn't fit in your lifestyle. Okay. Damn niggas bite swagger, then they wonder why it never sticks. So this when I was legit, I got evicted and shit.